Hey everybody, before we begin, I just want to make an amendment to the announcement that you're going to see after this part of the video. Um, in the next part of the video, I'm going to give people details if they would like to provide a potential segment for video testimonials through my website. I'm giving the update that if you do so, it will not be viewable on YouTube. That means the only way anybody can see your testimonial is if they go directly to my website and they click on the video of, whatever testimonial, reel, testimonials, etc. So if you want to provide a video testimonial, and I give the details in the following video about how you would go about doing that, then remember, it will not be viewable on YouTube by anybody. It's going to be a private video, so no one can even see it in the listing. And it will only be viewable through my website if people go to my website, click on the video, and view the testimonial. So basically, if nobody goes to my website, or, whoever doesn't go to my website isn't going to see you on the video. It's only people who actually go to the website and click on the video. All right, that said, I have updates for you coming up, and I will see you later. Hey guys, this is Hale for HES Ultimage, and this is just a little intro with some updates for you since I'm kind of trying to add a little bit more to the channel and switch it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna try and, be spontaneous and describe all various things that I'm kind of coming through with. Okay, so first one is, from now on, I'm trying to do a little thing that for me was fun, and I think it wound up being fun for everybody else too. I'm going to start offering one free mini monthly every month, okay? So here's how that's gonna work, and I'll tell you how the idea originated. I got food caught in my teeth during the Leo video, and it was right in the middle of the message, so I couldn't edit it out. So I did a little guessing game with them for them to win the free mini monthly to guess what I ate for dinner that night. And it worked out, and somebody got it, and they got their free mini monthly, and it drove a little bit of participation, and at the same time it's like the opportunity for me to give back to by giving a free little reading like that. So here's how it's gonna work. Leo's already had the opportunity, so from now on it'll just be one sign every month will get that opportunity to get the free mini monthly, and it'll be some dumb question I'll ask her, something really trivial. It's not like something that you can study for, It'll just be some random question, maybe about like just stuff about me or whatever, like something simple that nobody could really know. So that way it's like perfectly fair that everybody just has this random silly guess, and then you might just win the free mini monthly. It can only be given to one person. So, because otherwise then if I'm doing like 12 like free mini monthlies, it's gonna kill me. And you guys already know how like I've had to watch over exerting myself before. So it can only go to one person. So you leave your answer in the comment section, and that will be, your answer is like locked in, and then I'll send you like a private message if you won. But also like put in the comment section that you won as well. So it's like whoever answers it first is the one who gets the free mini monthly. So if you answer afterwards, it doesn't count anymore, guys. I mean, that makes some sense. But yeah, I just wanted to cover that. I'm excited to do it. I thought it was a lot of fun to do it, and I mean, I like to be able to do, that little something extra. It made me feel good, too, to be able to do it, because I was like, rather than getting everybody yelling at me about having food caught in my teeth, I'll just, like, preempt it and make it into something positive instead of into something negative. All right? So, that said, I really enjoyed doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it. All right? So it just means that one person every month out of the viewers who choose to participate in that little guessing game. Again, it's only going to be one side a month, guys. So you can either look for it, because you can look for it. I'll do it at the beginning of the video unless I do one of these little update things first, in which case I know it comes second, or I'll just put it in the beginning so that way, it's not as much to have to sift through. But So that means, you know, if it's Leo 1 month, it won't be Leo again for another year, okay? Like, I'm going to try and rotate them, but I'll probably try and stagger them around and switch it up so, you know, so that way I keep it like a surprise, okay? Instead of making it too systematic. But I wanted to clarify that it's not going to be in Leo for 2 months in a row or twice in a year, okay? So for those who enjoyed the Leo one and, you know, got to have a chance at that, now it's going to be in the other videos, okay? Again, the only way you're going to know it is by seeing the intro where I go, hey guys, you got a chance to win a free mini monthly. Here's the stupid question. I'm sorry to keep calling it a stupid question, but I want to clarify. This isn't about book smarts. This isn't about, you know, who can look things up on my Facebook. You know, it's just a random thing that you just guess and maybe you'll win. It's that idea. All right? But, yeah, and that one's a recorded reading, so I just send it through the email. But, hey, it's a free reading. Awesome. All right, so that said, moving on to some other stuff. I had an idea, and I'm going to put it through to you guys. And I may or may not execute this idea. I'm going to see what the response is like and what comes through, and from there I'll make my decision. So here's the thing. Everybody who's seen my website knows that I don't have any testimonials. This is the reason. It's because I always believed that I did not like written testimonials at all, because anybody can write a written testimonial. So it's like, I could have written them all. How would you know the difference? And I'm like, screw that. I mean, as much as it's nice to see a written testimonial and go, well, you know, that's, you know, whatever, it's great. But at the end of the day, how do you really know that was real? So this was what I was thinking, and we'll see how this goes, or if it winds up materializing. So hear me out. For those of you who have gotten readings from me before, here's how I got this idea. There was actually the winner of the prior month's mini monthly was so nice, and she actually sent me a little like 2-minute video response to her reading, and it was just shot off her cell phone, and it was really great, and it was just like really nice to put a face to it and like see that, you know, it made a difference for her and she felt really good about it. And that's what I was thinking would be really great for the testimonials if I did them. So here's my idea. All right, so if you've had a reading from me before and would like to provide a testimonial, here is how I would like to do it. If you could take like a 1-2 minute video off of your cell phone. So really low budget, you know, no high production value here. Just like a simple, no frills video, just saying, you know, how you felt about your reading, you know, what makes my particular style appealing to you compared to others, or, you know, how it came through for you, and all of that. Then you would send that to me to my email. If you've had a reading from me before, you probably still have my email. It's just my name at Gmail, just to refresh your memory. You can also send me a contact form through my website saying you'd like to be a part of the testimonial reel, assuming that I put everything through and put it together, because basically then what I'd like to do ideally is fuse all of those little few-minute clips together into one video that I will embed only into my website. Because that's the other thing. Like, I understand that if you put your face to it, then it's not perfectly anonymous, but you don't have to give your name. You don't have to give your country. You can if you feel like it, I mean. Or you know what, actually, I kind of think telling your country might be fun, since I know I get a lot of business from all over the world, and I think it's really cool personally. And I like knowing that there are people all over the world who, you know, enjoy what I do and benefit from what I do, thankfully. So maybe your country would be cool if you go, okay, From here, this is, how I got this reading, and I liked it, etc., etc. Or, he really picked up on these things, and that was pretty cool, etc. Like, however you want to put things or word it, I'm not a stickler with that. But you don't have to give your name. You can if you want. But the idea is, because I really want to make this clear, I don't want the testimonial video to be a part of my regular YouTube because of the fact that it's not really necessary. In that way, your privacy and your identity are being, kept more low-key. I understand that as a client, you don't really feel like having people comment on you, and honestly, I can totally understand that. I mean, I signed up for this. I signed up to be at the scrutiny of all people all over the world, and I have experienced things where people will just comment and just be mean or something, and I was like, I want to protect my clients and my fans from that kind of treatment. So if I do that testimonial reel, I'm going to make it, ideally this is how I'd like to do it. Ideally, I'd like to make it as a private video and just embed it into my website. So the only people who can watch it are people who are actually coming to my website and looking for a reading, and they can't even comment on it. Or if I can't do that, then I'll make it a public video that would still be accessible through my YouTube channel, but I would disable comments completely. Because it's like, I don't want people to comment on my clients or my fans. That is not a part of this package. So, so that said, if you would like to provide that 1 minute, 2 minute, like just a few minute testimonial thing off of like your cell phone, and most cell phones have a camera now that faces you and you can just talk into it. And most of them too have a feature where you can literally just forward the video through an email directly to me. Or to yourself and then to me. So it's like, I think it's a cool idea. I think it's very unique. I think I've never seen anything like it before where people do video testimonials, which I think is so much more intimate, so much more genuine, so much more me, I think, judging by the way I do things. I mean, oh my god, I got this one comment, and this person who was trying to just kind of like hater on me was like, sit in a chair, man. It's like, that's not who I am, And I mean, I always want to be true to myself when I do this, as much as, true to my identity and what I believe and everything like that. And I would never do testimonials any other way. So I mean, if I only got like, a few people, okay, because if my fans or clients just don't happen to know how to use their cell phone cameras or something, some might not, it's not a big deal, then I can always just put this off for another time. But I just think that this would be a really cool idea, and it's the only way I would ever want to do testimonials. So if anybody is interested in doing that, you can take that little video of yourself and then send it to me, and then I can, put them together into a video. Ideally, that would be great, but I mean, at the end of the day, I realize that if people don't want people to know that they got a reading from me, that's a-okay too. So I'm cool if it doesn't work out, but I just had like a vision of, wow, this would be cool, so I'm just putting it out there. I mean, I've survived, a whole year with 0 testimonials and get plenty of business, so it's not really necessary, but it's just like, to me, it's like, if I was gonna do it, this is how I would, and it would be a nice little addition, so. Alright, so that said, thinking if there's anything else that I'm gonna kind of go into, yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty good. So that said, on to your scheduled programming, and thank you for listening. Hey Scorpios, this is Hal for HES Ultimate, and this is your channeled tarot forecast for the month of October. Hey guys, so if you want a personal reading, you can go to my website, hesultimage.com, spelled just like the channel. And that said, yes, I am once again updating the title of what I call my readings. I'm calling it a channel tarot forecast, since now I understand that I channel my higher self. And as many of you know who have followed me for a long time now, I evolved with this channel. For a lot of people who followed me from the beginning, they could even see when I went through my spiritual ascension and learned how to channel, like, as opposed to channel like YouTube channel information through my higher self. So yeah, I mean, just as much as anything else, my view evolves and my understanding of where my gifts come from and everything. So yeah, so just figured I would update that and yeah, just move forward that way. All right, okay, so that said, I'm gonna start with these cards. Okay. Okay. All right, starting it off very interestingly for Scorpios in October. New cards and new format as well for how we're going to be doing the cards this month, since now I'm going to channel more and have like the high and kind of the Trump levels a lot more right now. So Reflection, Action, Reap haven't been that relevant in a while, since now I just kind of pick the cards according to the, you know, where in the message I need to be. So it kind of became superfluous. So, all right. Okay, Walrus is competence, okay? Then it's paired with Magpie, and my channel was Eye of the Tiger. Okay? So in this case, you're going to be in a, I would say, in a very motivated. Okay, when I hear Eye of the Tiger, I think of like a Rocky montage, and I'm from Philadelphia, so of course I have to use that as a cultural reference. But it's that idea of, you know, having the confidence, making yourself bigger, stronger, better. Training. Yeah. All right, high trumps. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so Meerkat has to do with energy conservation. In this case, it's the idea of when a wrestler wants to move up a weight class, or when a bodybuilder wants to train for a competition, or any kind of athlete wants to train for something. It's the idea of, again, building yourself bigger, stronger, better. It's the idea of, okay, literally the idea was like bulking up, but in this case it could be applied to any area of life, whether it's with work, with personal relationships, with health and fitness too. It can be any of those areas. But the idea is that it, yeah, okay. Just wanted to confirm with myself I was on the right track, and I just got the channel in for that. Sorry, guys. But with this one, it's really about, again, building up, bulking up, becoming more competent, stronger, more assured. Yeah, and part of it is also just growing you, okay? Because I'm going to give you a side example here too, since I've been using the athletic analogy a lot in the beginning. Think of it in another analogy, in another lens here. It's like studying hard for a test, like when you're cramming. It's that idea too. The idea is that there's like a lot of effort right now being placed around determination towards becoming more confident, competent, and self-empowered, and feeling good about, you know, where you're coming from and what you're bringing. All right. Okay, give me a second. Okay, give me 1 second, because this one's really coming through little by little. Okay, there we go. All right. Sometimes I get a longer channel, so... All right, here we go. Energy given with the dove was actually the idea of a cross and being released from it. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. All right, because I've got to fly through these other cards now. Okay, cool. Because then we've got Blue Jay, which is the energy of confidence. And then... Okay, I have to hit this one a little bit before I can see the other card there. Here we go. Blue Jay confidence is showing, again, key energies here, the Eye of the Tiger thing, the confidence thing. Okay, so at the end of the day, competence too. So it's like, okay, I've got to put it this way, because at the end of the day, the whole point of this month is you're finding yourself more confident in who you are, and that makes you feel more in control. Yeah, and that's really the big thing. Okay, it's feeling more... More like you can take on the world. Okay, that's it with that. But yeah, so the confidence is going to be, coming through and that much more. And again, I got to touch on the Dove one because that was very specific. And this is like the mid-trump. So it's still a very high energy that's holding all these other fill-in cards, really. Dove is the idea of releasing the cross that you bear. In this case, it would have to do with things that are weighing you down, things that might make you doubt your own capabilities. And there we go again, yeah. Because again, I got that channel of because I need to bulk up, because I need to build. Okay, so this month, yeah. Because this month, it's kind of like you're building a house and the house is you. And it's like you have to just build a strong foundation to it. So it's like you're building a stronger foundation towards yourself. Okay? And like I said, this could be a particular area of study. This could be a particular skill. This could be... Okay, cool. Now I'm bringing in the other card that was paired with that meerkat, which was that, like, bulking up card. Healing is grouse, okay? Those paired together, it has to be towards something that you have either a... Okay. Now I'm getting it, okay. Because it has to do with, areas where you felt a deficit in some way, or where you felt burdened at one time, and now it's the idea that you can handle whatever that burden is. Okay, good. All right. So from there, I gotta bring these in and really push them since these are like the key energies of what will help you distinguish everything through the month. Sorry, this one's all glaring up. I'll put it over here for you guys to appreciate the artwork. These ones are really pretty stunning. Here we go. So again, Dove was that energy of the cross that you've had to contend with or bear and releasing it. And again, in this case, it's releasing it through the act of feeling greater self-empowerment, feeling more capable. All right? And again, that should bring a greater sense of peace to you. All right? And again, the peace comes from knowing that you're more capable than maybe the past had allowed you to be or that you were prepared to be before. And that's kind of what's attributing to this greater sense of peace that results from, the process in this month. Okay? All right, cool. Give me 1 second. Okay. Unicorn is coming through as the word imagine on the card, and imagine how good it will feel to release that burden, okay? There we go. And Unicorn was the digger card underneath confidence. That means that underneath this confidence, this is what has to come through. So it's like, once you release the burden, everything feels so much better, okay? And again, the burden has something to do with an area of life or a particular part of yourself that you had doubts about and didn't feel all that self-assured about. Okay. Back to the Rocky analogy. It's like when he loses the fight and then he trains and then he wins the fight. It's really, that's what it's all about this month. It's about being the comeback kid, kind of. It's that kind of energy. And it's that kind of style of learning, really, that's coming through. Again, the whole point about this month for you is to go through October training and, increasing your, I would say, capacity, capabilities, and weathering. Yeah, because, yeah, weathering was definitely the highlight of those. Because, again, it has to do with, like, again, with the cross bared, it feels like something that might have been weighing on you, for a while, and then maybe you just buried it. Yeah, because Unicorn being a digger card is the idea that if we dig deep and pull out that particular energy or really, harness something and bring it to the surface, it creates, what the root card represents. In this case, Blue Jay represents the confidence gained from, discovering that you can be stronger than you realized, or overcome what you believed was a deficit or a burden that now you can overcome. But only because, you worked for it. Yeah. And sorry, I don't think you guys got a great look at this one. This is one of my favorites, Magpie, so wanted to give a good shot of that. These ones don't have the glare because they're not as laminated, so these are the easy ones. But anyhow, again, yeah. Again, the idea of becoming... Okay, I have to say this actual channel again because it was very specific. Imagine how great you can be when the burden is released was the idea. Okay, so you must truly release it as the idea. All right, and again, through that process of finding greater strength within. Okay, and in the case that this is something very physical and very literal, which it very well can be, then it has to do with what I was saying, It has to do with training, studying, working hard, or for some people even playing hard if it has to do with things that you've been holding on to socially, like if a person was, having issues with, going out or meeting people, then it would be working towards it and then releasing the burden of it because you overcame the circumstance. All right, so that's just another example and a plethora of examples provided to you. Yeah. So that said, it's going to be a month of, it's work, but it's work towards you. And it's like I always say, when we work on ourselves, that's work very diligently and well spent. People always really can underestimate how valuable it is when we can work on ourselves, when we can try and, again, build ourselves better and stronger. And again, with that Meerkat and Grouse being your high trumps, again, Meerkat's about cultivating the energy, storing it up, building yourself bigger and stronger. Again, it's like you're building a house and the house is you. How strong do you want to build it, How tough, like, is your stuff, basically? Like, can you weather the storm? Can you weather, the circumstances that you've been meant to experience? And in this case, the answer is yeah. I mean, in the month of October, with Blue Jay coming through with confidence, the idea is that you will release this crosser burden that has been upon you, and it's just a matter of working through it and kind of earning it through the process. Okay. So that said, again, it'll be a great month for working hard, getting through stuff, and then releasing, the things that had been binding you because you feel that much more confident and that much more capable. And that's what it's all about. All right. So that said, guys, I wish you a very empowered October with a lot of great energy there. And if you want a personal reading, you can go to hesultimage.com, and I will see you later.